Hello!
Howdy ho.
Hold on, now we're gonna switch over. So I'm here, people can see me, but what's gonna happen is we're gonna switch over to Ty. Because we have, and there's no, see, the reason why I won't do a double stream is because there's no avatars.
Oh, there's no avatars.
No, I haven't set that up on the double stream, so.
That kind of sucks.
Why?
That there's no double stream. Wait, or no avatars for the double stream.
No. I need to set it up just due to the fact that now so many people want to stream. Like my kids.
That's good.
It is.
Now you can't be mad at us that y'all don't do anything.
No.
You can be famous.
Alright, so we need to drop this down to you. Well, sort of. Yeah. You can see half your face.
That's good enough.
What?
They didn't even see the full face.
You are incorrect.
I'm very much correct. I would know.
Well, here you go. So you can see the Twitch chat when it happens.
Okie dokie.
So, although I could put it on. You know what? Here, this way we'll have a double stream. How's that? There you go. Now we have a double stream. We're still gonna switch it though, as far as the face cam goes, because the person who's important is him. So, there we go.
Look at this sticker I found yesterday. It's Fred and
Nice.
Jackie.
Nice. All right, so there you go. I'm gonna switch to over here. Gesundheit. Gesundheit. All right, so now we've got that going. Need anything from here? Nope. All right, so how is everybody?
Yes, what's good?
What's good?
It's so funny, my friend said that to me, like over text, and I had to look up what it meant. Like, no, because they typed WSG, and I had to look up what it stood for. So I was like, what in the world?
What does that mean?
I'm not very hip,
And that happens sometimes.
but it's okay because I don't really care that much.
Yeah, you do.
The Ninja Empire is free, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.
Don, thank you so very much for that subscription. We are 13 months. My goodness, man. I can't believe time is flying.
It's longer than I've been in school.
Thank you so very much. And while you and I are probably the only person in here right now, I will be the one to give you all of the hype.
So kind.
I'm trying. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Computer thinks it's smarter than I am. That's all. It does that sometimes. Oh, Ice Wolf is here. Where does the time go? I know, right? And it's like, nope, we're all lurkers too. Ice Wolf, hey, hype, hype, hype. I'll hype myself. Thank you so very, very much. How's it been? I know I've missed a couple Sundays, so conventions and things.
That's so fun.
How have you been? As we continue to work on this comic, and for some reason I thought it would be a good idea to do something stupid like buildings.
Well, that's cool.
You shush.
When do you hope to be done with your comic?
Well, my goal is to have it ready for Baltimore Comic Con, which means if I want to kickstart it beforehand, I need to have it done by July 31st. Well, we'll say pretty much done by July 31st, because then I can run a Kickstarter and still get it printed in enough time. Have a sandstorm sweep through town. Boom. Oh. No more buildings. True. True. But
Black
nah.
Dragon got mad at the buildings too.
Right. you killed my family. You just
Yeah,
killed.
they house the people.
He's killed.
house the
He just
people.
kill, yeah, you house the people, therefore you all die. Houses gone, buildings gone.
Obviously.
So Skip, how you doing? Working, and running teenagers all over there. True. I understand the dad life.
What a no. You don't mind if I get like paint on your desk, right? You got,
What?
like paper I
What?
can put under.
Of course I
'Cause I'm a
mind.
I'm a mess.
Because then you can't get the paint off.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh wait. There's big. It's under that box right there. But I can give you a bunch of small sheets.
Okay. I don't want to get paint on your desk, especially because it's white.
Well, it's got some red hues on it because of marker and marker on my hand.
Oh,
But
that's-
it comes off with like Windex, so. But thank you for being considerate of my.
remember your old desk, like the
Yes.
wood one.
Yes.
It was had so many markers.
It had so much on there. Yeah. It goes workflow.
It looked
So trying to figure out what to do next. Self-ed progress in Blender. Okay. I have too many people now who are interested in the book. I need to get it done. It's like, I need to get it done. Blender. Ooh. Okay. I see you.
using the good paintbrushes you guys got me. But like, I don't want to
Well,
ruin that.
as so you should. We will get you some more. Box model. Yeah, you mentioned that last time. That you were gonna start sculpting first, and I asked you. I was like, does it actually allow for that? And you're like, yes. And I'm like, oh.
I'll be back. This paintbrush sucks. I need to grab it.
Okay. Looks good. Oh, I can turn the fan on. He comes back, we'll make him turn the fan on. Oh, so back on track? Okay, good. Will you turn the fan on?
Yeah. How high?
Just low on 1.
It's a little toasty in here.
A little toasty. This place stays warm. Is that 1 or on 3?
It's one.
You sure?
I wrote it all the way.
What? So loud. I had someone the other day. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but I'm about to start a comic, a different thing, a different project, so.
Another comic.
Yeah,
Busy Beaver.
I try.
I didn't.
I know. And you're the one who's supposed to take care of me.
You have other children.
I said what I said.
Why do I have to take care of you?
You're the one that I trust that'll do it.
Okay, fair enough.
Everyone else will be like, you got other kids?
That's what I said.
I know. But they'll mean it. Mm-hmm. Guess I need to start saving. Okay. Well, you know, maybe they'll come back and be like, so I saved all my money, and I want you to do that. It's like, so let's make that happen. There's nothing wrong when you start quoting prices that you're like, yeah, no one's gonna really go for this, and then they go for it. It's sometimes it's bad, but sometimes just so delicious. You're like, man, no one's gonna do. Oh wow, you're actually gonna pay for it? Okay.
But that's crazy.
I'm just like, fantastic, I'll take it. You know what it is? It's this part. Upper raise, Making template. Oh yeah. You gotta try and make that money somehow. So, you know, just like, go ahead and make it. You know what I mean? Like, don't even try and fake it. If other people are willing to pay for it, give it to them. Give it to them and make money. Especially something that if you're like, well, I made it once and now I can make a whole bunch of more money, then, I mean, that just sounds smart. I know, it's like, it's been odd. And like, I haven't seen you in a while. I was like, yeah. So, it's been, I mean, the conventions have been fine. I just came from one, came from Big Lit Con. It was slow.
I think it would have been better if we weren't by all those, like, if we were sad.
Yeah, if I wasn't by, I was placed by all the Funkos. So I was placed with a whole bunch of vendors, and so that didn't help my situation. Also, I was on the back wall. So this convention, it was all right, and I think it was all right because I had locals who came by and they're like, "Hey." Yeah, they didn't have exactly. So, having some people actually show up that I knew, all right, that was cool. It was cool actually talking to people I haven't seen in a while. So, it had its benefits. I will absolutely admit. But as far as like flow of traffic and stuff like that, wasn't exactly the best. But besides that, you know what I mean? It's one of those ones where you're like, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the best of. It wasn't my best show. Let's put it like that. And then they didn't have an actual. Yeah, there was zero Artist Alley.
There wasn't one at all.
No, because everyone was just kind of everywhere. There wasn't an actual artist. There wasn't an actual Artist Alley. So that was kind of interesting. But my daughter made like a gazillion dollars. So she was selling bracelets, and apparently that was her show. Like she made all the money, so much so that I actually threatened to make her buy dinner. That's how much money
She did not like that.
No, she didn't. But that's how much money she was making. Selling bracelets, $3 and $5 bracelets, and I threatened to make her buy dinner for everybody. So, but I'm going to Boston this week. So I have a show out in Boston, so that should be fun. Vendor next to artist, it was everywhere. It was really hard to like kind of hone in on someone or something. So, but for the most part, like I said, the conventions that I've gone to have been all right. I haven't really, like GalaxyCon, I think the person that I was next to, who was a former student of mine, he drew a lot of attention, and the stuff that he was selling was not the stuff that I was selling, and so, like, his clientele was not looking at my stuff. So, they saw him and it was over. I'm like, all right, and so I didn't do as well there. I might go back. I might not. But conventions, they've been all right. Short anime platform comics don't do well. Comics only for Newground. Ow. Into 4th State in Hagerstown in 2 weeks. Have you been to that one before, Ice Wolf? Hello, YouTube. I see you guys. It's decent? Okay. I was just about to ask. I'm like, is it worth it?
It's always worth it.
It is not. Those are lies that you are speaking.
It's worth the experience.
Once again, lies that you are speaking. It's like the words you are using are incorrect. I had a few friends cosplayers. Okay. What?
Free, dominant,
And unstoppable.
our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.
Miss Ebony, thank you so very much for that subscription. 23 months. Can we get some hype in the chat for 23 months? Gosh,
Wow, almost 2 years.
that is insane. Hey, Iggy, how's it going? Oh my word. Ugh. Yeah, it's just the way that I have to do this is making me upset. It's like, see, Miss Ebony, we made it. we did we did the show and we're streaming. Dun 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 dun. So yeah, I wasn't able to film Saturday and Sunday because kids. So there will be another one tomorrow. And then we'll start. It'll be every day again. And I'm gonna try and because since I'm going to Boston on Thursday, I need to film. I'm gonna try and film this entire week, tomorrow, and Tuesday. So yeah, soon. It's like soon. Sorry. Like I said, sorry. Usually attracts 1 or 2 big comic artists. A little smaller, but not too bad. Okay. One Harrisburg. Okay. That's cool. Alright. Back to this. Alright. There we go. Sorry, because I subbed through the browser. Then it closed it to sign in through the app. We were just saying thank you and, you know, almost 2 years. Still can't believe it's like that some of you guys have been with me for so long already. That is crazy. Thank you so much. And then I said, see, Miss Ebony, went to the convention, and I'm still streaming. And we have the very elusive Ty with us.
Yay.
He was like, he owed me
Yeah.
a stream.
I said I would, and then I forgot why I didn't, but I didn't.
So it's like he owed me. And so here he is. Something is cheaper through the browser. Really?
I thought it would be the same.
Yeah, I thought it would be the same.
It's kind of weird.
It's very weird. Like, he's painting his feet. Yeah.
Yeah. I I told you guys the other day I was paying the fee. I wasn't lying. Why would I lie about that?
It's not a normal thing for a young man to be doing. You know? I mean, that's fair, isn't it?
Yeah.
Painting feet.
Because I can't do shoes.
Does it cut through the app? Oh! Oh! See? Another reason why not to like Apple.
Why?
Because apparently they take a cut out of like the subscribing to Twitch, so
Oh.
Twitch charges you more money.
That's crazy.
So if you do something through Apple, they charge you more money.
It's so funny. In props, right? They hate androids, right?
Right? You told me about that.
It's so funny because they're super mad because everyone says they have Apple, right? But
Mhm.
for some reason, the text bubble is still like green or something because that's such a big deal.
Right?
And they're gonna be so mad because the second I get a new phone, it's gonna be an Android, and I'm not gonna care.
For winter again. Yeah, it's been getting kind of toasty. It's like, yeah, it's been getting kind of toasty. I don't appreciate it.
Almost 90 degrees the other day.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it was like, hey, winter, summer. You're like, wait, we need an adjustment period. They're like, no adjustments.
And it's like, we're good actually. We're bored of that.
It's like, no adjustments. You will suffer now. It's like, I don't want to suffer.
No. I told baby I'm scared for like when it's gonna be summer, I'm gonna die.
It's like, wait,
I do not do well in the heat.
it'd be so hot.
It'd be like 100 degrees every day.
It goes down tomorrow. Oh yeah. Still very happy that I get to teach online, so I kind of get to stay at home.
Yeah.
That changes next semester, but that's besides the point.
You have to do like all your classes in person or just
No,
some?
some.
It's not too bad.
No.
I mean, like obviously you have to go in still, so it's not the best, but not too bad. My school won't let you do online classes at all. They say you can't learn online.
Yeah, there's no studying for you. The con was weird.
What's a con?
It was, yeah. It's probably the best way to describe it. It was a con. It happened.
I went to it.
Ty went to it.
I did go to
It's like Ty finally goes to another convention, and it was, well, they spent most of the time on their phone trying to avoid going to sleep.
It's not true. I drew for a little bit. I drew for a while actually.
You did draw for a while.
I'm trying to be more arty again. Because I don't really like being a bum. It makes me sad. But it's also a lot of work to not be a bum. So,
It is indeed a lot of work.
so you know, baby steps, baby steps.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with your baby steps.
Good. Oh, you were right. You don't get an employee bonus at Aldi.
See?
It's so sad. But it's because, one, because everything's kind of cheap, the internet said, and also because they pay, like, way above minimum wage.
So?
So it's like you don't get a cut from buying there, but you actually get a livable wage.
It's like, we get paid more. Yeah, but you get no discount. So you deal with it. You either like it.
I feel like that's a fair trade-off, though.
I mean, I guess it depends on how much they actually pay.
Let me look it up.
I know that it's more than what most people are getting paid, but still. Did Baby make her fit? Baby made way more than that.
Oh, yeah, way more.
Way more than that. She killed it.
It's
This convention was her convention. Like I don't even understand. She was making all the monies.
She was good.
It was good.
Even yesterday, like, she left a bunch and she still had a bunch.
Yeah, this time the doors opened and she made like $30.
Wow.
It was insane. Like I said, the doors opened up and then people were just like, ooh, and it was just money.
It's really
money.
funny
Just
yesterday because a bunch of people kept coming to Abigail's thing yesterday and they were saying, "Oh my God, did you make this? This is so good!" And then they walk away.
Yeah. Well,
I just thought that was funny.
she did make her money. You were asked if you were using gouache or acrylic.
That's acrylic. I've never used gouache. I hear it's pretty nice. Gouache, I don't know. Gouache always makes me think of watercolor because the way I've been explained, it's like more opaque watercolor. That's the right word, right?
Yep.
So that's what I've been told, and so me and Daddy, we have to start doing watercolor.
We do.
I painted one thing.
And it was so good.
I haven't posted that TikTok yet.
Evil butt.
It's because Brown started posting on his account. It'll be weird if I start posting again, especially if he wants to actually start posting again.
He had his own channel.
Yeah.
And for some reason,
I don't know the sign in it. I can't.
for some reason, it went away because I had it up.
No, it doesn't. I hate it.
And then I was like, okay, it told me that he had notifications. So I was like, let me check it. And then it was like gone. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, I know. It keeps happening to baby's channels too. Because I just have everyone's account on my phone. Sean's so mad at me. He keeps saying, "Tyler, you have to make a new account." And I'm like, "Why would I make a new account?" He said, "Because you're shadow banned."
What?
Because he says I would get more views, but I'm like shadow banned, so TikTok isn't like promoting my videos at all. And I don't think so. I just think.
It's like, okay.
I just think I don't post. I think that's the big thing.
He's like, I don't post therefore.
Like, yeah, why would it promote it if I decide to post every blue moon? Like,
Right.
Because Brown's video did great.
It did.
So, like, they can't really just be like, yeah, TikTok has it out against me.
Well, it's weird. Like, I posted, and it was like, here's a couple hundred, not like his, it was like, here's 9 quadrillion views. But I was like, alright, I got a couple views, that's cool. And then, I posted the next time, and it was like, 6. I was like,
No, it doesn't. It's so weird. Like, I'll start averaging, like one time when I was posting it almost daily, right?
mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay, you can get like 40 views, and it's like 3.
Yep.
I'm like,
Weird.
oh, that's kind of perfect.
But I still can't say anything because when I was like, all right, I'm gonna use all the stuff that I posted on TikTok as YouTube Shorts, right? Because why not? The most I posted every day for like 3 weeks. The most I got was 10.
Oh,
10 views. And I'm like, what? and then I posted some other stuff and it got like 20, and I'm like, okay, what? Then I would go and post on my vlog channel, and I'd post some food, and then it would be like thousands. I'm like, I don't even
Maybe it's the
understand.
universe telling you to do a mukbang channel.
I don't even understand. No,
You should do a mukbang.
no.
Why not? It's so easy.
You do it then.
Huh?
All right then. It's like you leave me alone until you do it.
You like being on camera though.
Until you do it, you shush it. That's why I'm big on consistency, a routine or schedule. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I posted every day at the same time, going, all right, this is when it's telling me to post. I'm gonna go ahead and post, and then I posted then, and I posted then, and then nothing, and then after like 2 weeks went by, I was like, well, maybe I need to post something else, and then it was like, ugh. It doesn't matter when you do something as long as you keep doing it. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I need to edit back into shorts videos, so I just did not get around to it. So, but plan on getting back to it. If you never come back to it,
Oh, I've realized one of the reasons why I hate posting my art.
okay.
Because I don't really like recording myself doing it. Because like I don't like prop my phone up so I can just do like a time lapse or something.
I have a tripod.
Yeah, but I use my phone for reference all the time because I can't really paint downstairs.
I have a
anymore.
phone. It's
But-
like sounds like
so-
you're making excuses.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Like, so I don't like doing that, and so. But I also hate the videos where it's just like, hey guys, look what I did, and then they just show the end because it's boring. It's like, cool, you did that.
You showed us the end. Right.
Wow. So I'm just like, well, I wouldn't like this video, so why would I post it?
Because so many people do.
Yeah, but I don't. And I should
But
post
I
things
don't.
and I should post things I like. Not
You
things
can
I'm
only eat
embarrassed
and
about.
drink a little.
What?
You said you bought a Frosty and can only eat, drink a little.
That's sad.
Yeah, that's a. Well, we all know what milk does to people.
That's why I've been craving Slurpees because I want like whole drink, but it's like flavored water.
It is flavored water.
It makes me so happy.
It's like that's all it is. Like, give me that flavored water.
But for some
My
reason,
tummy already started. Yeah, see, I was, like I said, like we know what that does to people.
But recently, for some reason, I don't know why, Sean has been like on me for not doing anything.
I don't know why a lazy bum. It's not like he's doing anything.
I don't know, that's what I was gonna say, which makes me angry because not like he does anything.
I was like, you first. You first, buddy.
Yeah, lead by example.
And then he'll be like, well, when I was, I'm like, I don't care if you were. What are you doing now?
When he was, his videos kind of were boring.
But he was getting views. That whole what should I do thing.
Oh my god, I hated those. Those TikToks where he'd be like, guys, help me blow this video up every morning. And
Yeah.
he'd get like thousands of views.
Yep,
And he literally just pointed his camera out the window
yep.
and used the text. It made me so mad.
That's the thing. That's why it's so hard for me to be like, I can't take any of this seriously because you'll see someone and it's like you didn't do anything, and somehow it got
Yeah, baby.
thousands of views, and then there's other people who are putting in all kinds of stuff and they're doing editing and they're doing all this work and then they get nothing. You're just like, ugh.
Well, that's why I don't really like a whole lot of videos on social media. I don't really like stuff that often. But if I see like a good video, but it's like a small creator, like the same, it could be like the same quality, but the other video had 1 million views, and I only like the small creator one. And so I'm like, aw, I help you grow. And I remember when I hung up with Justice, she would always get so mad about me. She's like, "You don't like anything." And I'm like, "That's because it wasn't that good." I like it.
Oh, and the music's all super quiet, isn't it? There you go. It's raining outside. Oh, that's nice. Let's go ahead and save. I'm working on these backgrounds, taking forever. Like, I swear, I hate background work. I do. It's so ugh.
I never really do backgrounds. I always get bored by the time it's time for the background. I'm like,
See-
yeah, it's good enough without it.
The thing is what I'm like. I'm very proud of myself for actually having backgrounds, because that, if you ask anyone who knows me, as far as artistically, the backgrounds was never something that I did. I'd always find a way to hide it. Be like, we don't need it. And I looked at a comic recently that just got published by Image, and in the whole 24-page book, there was probably 6 scenes with a background. And I'm like, see, y'all kept giving me crap, and now these published people are drawing nothing.
That's different. That was them, and this is you.
Well, I'm happy I'm doing backgrounds. I don't like them, but I'm happy. That's why I go with don't listen to what people say on their mouth. Listen, pay attention to how they spend their money. Yep. There's a video with very unfortunate Tal that has really good advice about that. Oh, really?
Like good advice about what?
Yeah. People take the Alan Moore background descriptions. Yeah. Like inking. You do what? It is, look, inking is blech. Blech.
You love it.
No. No, I don't. Despite what everyone keeps saying, it's just not true. Well, I'll have to say that it has become easier on the computer. I trust it a little bit more. Before I wouldn't. Like, I would not trust the pen, and I'm up here like, you know, like going really, really slow, trying to. I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. You know why you don't have to do that? Because it's so easy to erase. So let's not do that. Doesn't matter as long as it's, yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly. Because I know I'm working in my with the action, especially with the action shots that I'm currently like drawing. I'm like, look, I'm not putting in all these backgrounds. Are you crazy? Let someone else do that. That's not me. That's not my style of storytelling. So, you know, like, it's like the most, so many, look at all that. What the heck? Look at all them backgrounds. What is wrong with me?
But it looks cool.
What?
What?
How'd you win? How'd you do a battle royale? There's no, I mean, I have them set up. Right? Like, I have it set up, but because it's not a screen on the, what is happening? It's not a screen on the, whatchamacallit, this dual stream. I'm like, how'd you do that?
What?
So, Miss Ebony did a, whatchamacallit, come on, tell me.
A duel.
A battle royale, but because it's not there, you know, she didn't see it. You can't see it, But she still ran one anyway. What's up, Jamie?
Hello.
I'm doing that thing I hate so much.
Thinking?
Yep. No. Looks cool, thank you. Oh, you know what? I should give you guys the navigator. That way you can actually see where we are. There you go. I'm all zoomed in and stuff.
I have to teach Brown how to look at pictures and like paint what he sees, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he really wants to do painting.
Yeah, he just wants money.
I know. I'm like, good for him, but you know, we've got to be able to tell who it is.
Yeah. I'm still so surprised someone just came by and was like, I'll buy all of them.
Me too.
I was like, wait, what?
I was expecting them to buy one of them.
Wait, what? Jamie said it was a cool painting.
Thank you. I hate painting. I'm never doing it.
Did you, oh, now you hate painting?
Yes, it's so annoying. This is why I don't do art. It makes me angry.
What happened? What's wrong with it? What are you doing?
I'm tired of it.
Oh, you just don't want to do it anymore.
I don't do it anymore. Nothing happened. Oh, I hate this leg. I hate it so much. And I stopped working on it because I used, like, you could start seeing, like, the layers of paint. It was making me mad, so I just took a break.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't got back to it because it's, like, okay enough.
Yeah, I don't paint. I think watercolor is about as close to paint as I'm ever gonna get.
See, I really like paint because I can just put stuff right on top of it. Like, if I don't like it, I can literally just paint over it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It also annoys me a lot. But I do want to learn watercolor. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
I also like that you can like super easy like just add water to it and change it. You know.
Yeah. Like I want to, because of just some of the effects and stuff that could happen.
We have to make over the summer. We have to have watercolor Wednesday.
Watercolor Wednesday.
Yeah, and me and you will have to do like watercolor.
Oh, what's today? Oh my goodness! You know what we haven't done?
What?
Faces.
I know. I
I
realized
completely forgot
I
that
realized that
yesterday
this
was the first day.
And then I was with Brown today. He was a
Oh,
little
wow.
cranky.
Well, looks like I'm starting tomorrow. Angry
What's
art.
that?
I think you're onto something.
I have to do like what 30 faces.
No. Start. We'll just start tomorrow.
Oh, okay, so that would be first day.
Yeah.
Okay.
No need to add like super stress for no reason.
For funsies.
No. I have enough stress in my life. I don't need to add it
Well,
on
how-
purpose.
How are we supposed to make your show a reality TV show drama if you're not stressed? If you're not even more stressed than you already are?
I don't need to be more stressed. He's like, trust me, I'm stressed enough.
Are you sure?
Yeah. way stressed enough. Bam,
I have to
bam,
ask my English teacher because I think we have another SOL, another English SOL. Because we had a
I thought
writing
you were
one.
done.
Because we have a writing one, and I'm pretty sure we have a test one too. Like, do you know where the comma should go in the sentence?
No.
I think we have another one.
It's like, no, not really.
And I need to know because I do not know where the comma goes in the sentence, and I need to start studying because we're entering SOL season. So
It's, do you know where the comma goes? No. No, I don't.
so I really need to figure that out.
It was funny when I wrote my book. And of course, you know, I wrote it the way I speak. So
Mm-hmm.
when I wrote my book and I put in commas and stuff, and they're like, yeah, this doesn't go here. Yeah, it doesn't go here either. And I was like, but this is where I pause. They're like, yeah, you can just not do that.
Oh, I hate that because that's how I did it for a long time, and I'm like, well, I pause here, and they're like, well, that's not where a comma goes, and I'm like, but you told me that I pause where a comma is, and
Right.
I paused here, and they're like, well, that's not how it works. I'm like, this how does it work? And they're like, I don't know. I don't care about grammar. That's the problem I have with languages. I don't care about the grammar.
Hold on. I'm like,
I put commas where they think they look cool. That's fair. I just put commas where I feel like they go. That's the same thing I do with German articles. I just do the one that sounds the nicest. And I don't care if it's the right one.
it sounds the nicest.
Yeah, just the one that makes me happiest.
Yep. This is the one that makes me happy.
Because I don't really care. That means that.
It's
I
true.
might seem stupid,
Nope.
but I mean, I'm an American, so.
No. I mean, I have to be honest. I'm a German, and yet when my mom corrects me, I'm like, did you understand me? Did you understand me? Yes.
Like,
Then
no,
I don't.
did not.
Then I don't care. But if you're like, no, you don't understand, so with you doing that, it completely changes the entire meaning of the sentence. Like, oh, okay, well then in that case, I need to know what it is.
Yeah,
But since it never does, I'm like,
It makes me sad because if I want to do something with languages as a job, I have to learn those.
yeah, see, that's different.
No,
because
I know, and that makes me sad because I really just don't care.
He's like, that's different.
I know. Because originally I just wanted to learn German, so like conversational German. I could go to Germany, get around, hang
Right.
out with my Oma, but but I don't. It changed my mind. There is nothing I enjoy more as an adult than being corrected by the grammar police. See, I've had people tell me that, like at school, and I just straight up tell them I don't care.
Wait, I don't.
I'm like, I have an A in English. Leave me alone.
And it's like, It's always funny when you just completely ignore them. Like, sure, thanks. And they know that you are not paying attention. You know, it's just like, yeah, sure, thanks.
Like, that is such a helpful tip.
That is gonna enrich my life for the rest of it. Thank you so very much.
And I think I actually don't care because I really can just lean into technology.
Well,
That's my problem. Like, I'm just so comfortable with the fact that my computer will fix it for me. I just don't care.
well, but see, you gotta watch that sometimes. Because sometimes
Yeah,
the
sometimes
fix
it's
is the fix
crazy.
is actually worse than what you have.
It is true.
And you're just like, whoa, what is that? I turned back on them. Yeah. And my speech. Yeah, I mean, there's that. I'm sure they're like, what? I mean, aw. And their feelings get hurt. that. I have to actually mark out my plan for when I want to get stuff done.
Yeah.
Because the problem is, if I want to get a Kickstarter, run it for 30 days, and still get it printed, I have to have it done like in June. Which is probably more than likely not going to happen.
Hopefully.
But see, if I do it in July... Gesundheit. See, the thing is, though, that I could... Gesundheit. My plan is to have it done for Baltimore, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Baltimore's never really been that great of a show for me, but I haven't been there in years by myself. Let's put it like that. I did go like 2 years ago, but it was with a group, and then Gesundheit, they had us in a small space, and we were crammed together, and you know, it didn't really work out. So I can't judge it by that. But this is going to be the first time I go as myself, right? And so I'm like, all right, I want to have this book done because I know I'm not going to be able to get it done for AwesomeCon. Like, that's just not going to happen. Mm-hmm. So I could get the book done and print off a few copies myself, right? Because I could do it in September, in August, early August, get it to me and be like, all right, cool. And then have a couple copies at the show, and then run a Kickstarter for all the other, like the extra covers and special stuff like that to get an actual print run going. Try and get the all pencil version, which is something I really want to do. So I hope that people will hit that stretch goal because I would love to be able to do an all pencil version. That'd be cool. So, I don't know. So if I can get it done quickly, then kudos to me, and I can run a Kickstarter. But I'd have to get it done, because I'd have to get it to the printer by the beginning of August, so that I could have a month to get it done and it get to me. So if I wanted to get it to the printer by August, that means I have to get it. If I wanted to run a Kickstarter, I'd have to get it done by July 1st so that I could run a 30-day Kickstarter and get it printed and get it to me before the convention starts. So, if you cut sleep and eating, you could probably have it done by AwesomeCon. Yeah, that's just not going to happen. I don't even want to try.
Just get one of those things that they have in the sport, like in the shows where you have the like sports cap hat on, with those 2 drinks, and then just fill it with protein shakes.
Just keep working. I'd also have to quit my job.
No, you just say, okay guys, we're having another work day today.
For the next month and a half, it's all work days. What are we working on? I don't know. Don't care.
Have fun with that.
Enjoy yourselves. Peace out, homies. I'm offering solutions. I actually stopped taking work, right? Just because I want to be able to finish this. I want to be able to finish this year. Like, that's my goal, is to be able to finish the graphic novel this year. Mm-hmm. So, in order for me to do that, I need to, I need to take a lot less work. So I stopped taking like the smaller jobs because I'm like, my time will be better spent working on my book than working on this thing that only brings in, like $100. Because before I'm like, hey, money's money. Mm-hmm. And while this is kind of easy, oh my goodness, I still got to do that dude's sketch card. Okay, got to do his. That's the next thing I need to do. I'm like, whoops, that's the next thing I need to do. I need to I need to finish his sketch card because he paid for that, and he was like, "Just let me know when it's done." I'm like, "All right." I told him I'd work on it last week, and I completely forgot. With no sleep and food doesn't sound like someone you want to be around. That's true. What are we doing in class today? Well, you'll be working on a 32 page. You have page 19, Eric at page 24. We're going to be working on inking today. Here are some sample pages. These look like your work. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. What are you proposing?
Don't talk nonsense.
You be quiet, I'll give you an A.
I know, it's like, just do what I say, please, thank you. That's all I need. See, I had it at one time. It was really close.
You're really close to what, sorry?
I was just trying to draw this one line, like, quickly. But Ty needs bigger brushes. Not to miniature toy painting brushes. He has big brushes.
Oh, but I have tiny details.
It's like he's got big brushes. He's got pro brushes.
Yeah, I have paintbrushes, guys. Don't worry. I just don't use them.
It's like he just doesn't use them. It's okay. It's okay.
I use them sometimes, not often. And to be fair, I haven't done a real painting project besides Mommy's birthday. Like,
Well,
remember?
Let's do the work, and the professor takes the credit and gets rich. Just preparing y'all for the education degree, yeah. Welcome to the art world, where you are at the low end of the totem pole, and they make you do all the grunt work. You get no credit, and yeah. My friend had to do that. He was working in comics, and he was working with this one guy, and he was doing all his backgrounds. Like, and then he started doing background characters and stuff. I'm like, what is he drawing then? And he got no credit, right? He was just his intern. I'm like, dude, you're doing all this work.
This is a scam.
This is in the modern time. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. There's no reason for you to be doing that kind of work. And it's like, but I'm in the industry. I'm like, yeah, with no credit, so no one knows that you did it. But he did get a lot from that, right? So he learned a lot. And so, and he started making connections because while he couldn't get credit, the artist would, when they went to conventions and stuff, he would introduce them to editors and stuff like that. So he got something out of it, but it was just like, but I guess it doesn't really matter. His career, he became the G.I. Joe artist, so.
That's cool.
So, he wasn't hurting, right? Like, he didn't. So, I think he's fine. I think he doesn't care. It's like, it's all good. In big spaces with small brushes.
It's
It's like, it's okay. It's alright.
That's how I like it.
It's how we do.
Because I don't paint very often, so I don't know how to control my brush very well. So this is just easier for me to not go out of the lines. Because I'm also really bad at color matching, so it takes me forever to find the background again when I do mess it up.
Oh, see, one of the reasons why I can't stand painting is for that reason. Because I'm like, you have to understand something. If I run out of color, well, that's just the end of it.
Yeah.
And that is a problem. That's a problem.
It's really hard for me because it doesn't, you can't just color match it when it's wet. You have to color match it for when it dries.
Yep.
And
Oh.
that's really hard for me to do because I don't like. I don't. It doesn't make sense
Yep.
to me.
You heard G.I. Joe. You are correct.
Are you so jealous?
Why would I be jealous?
Because you don't get to draw for G.I. Joe.
Huh?
Because you don't get to draw for G.I. Joe.
You know, the thing is that I know people who have worked for G.I. Joe, who are currently working for G.I. Joe, and they're just like, you know what? Put together a sample. Give me 10 pages, and I think it wasn't even 10 pages, but, 10 pages is normally just a really good amount to do, and they're just like, give me 10 pages, and then I'll get it in front of the right people. And I just never done it because I know that I don't want to do. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to do that. It's just one of those ones where I'm like I can't see myself doing a monthly book. Like if it was a one shot, I think I'd be all for it. It's like, oh, let's try this one time. Bam, not a problem. I would love it, but outside of that, I'm like, They're like, all right, now here's next month. Be like, no, here's not next month.
Have you seen the guy that draws like a printer?
Yep,
He just goes there. That's so weird.
it is.
Do you think you could do that?
Nope. I don't want to draw realistic, so that's that's a lot that goes into that.
Oh yeah, but do you think you could just like draw your drawings with like that?
If I had to.
Should do a video like that. People like stupid things like that.
They do. But I just don't plan on, I'm not trying to do anything super gimmicky. Right? I'm just like, nope, don't want to. Don't like it. Not feeling it.
It's not the vibe.
Yep, it's like that's not. Just like I don't plan on. Like I said, I don't ever want to do I don't want to paint with pudding.
No, that's weird.
I'm like I don't do that.
Draw dresses still makes me sad.
What?
That draw dresses still makes me sad.
Why?
'Cause I used to love him.
Yeah.
Now he's kind of lame.
Well, I mean, the big thing is that he. So oops, come on. The big thing for me with Jazza is that he did do a lot, right? He did tutorials, and then he was doing character design work, and he was doing all this stuff, which was really cool. And then, but it wasn't garnering as much attention, which is exactly the point of most artists, right? And you're like, I'm doing all this stuff, and nobody cares. But then, if I'm like, hey, I painted Pokemon with ketchup, then all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness, look at how he actually painted with ketchup. And so now, I don't know what Jazza does anymore.
Just does like random challenges.
But I know that there was a time where he was like, all right, I'm going to paint upside down for 12 hours. And I'm like, that sounds like torture. Why would you? I don't want to do that. Like, that's just not something that sounds fun.
What? You don't want to hang upside down?
I really
Paint a
don't.
painting?
No.
That's
A,
crazy.
my sinuses would kill me. And B, my sinuses would kill me.
That's so weird because like you can only hang upside down for so long to pass out.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like he would stop and be like, "All right, I gotta need a break." But like, no. His Inside Art channel does a lot of drawing. He has another channel. Jeez, I should check that one out. Like, because I didn't know he started another channel. Because I liked Jazza. Like, when he was doing his character design stuff, and he was always drawing new characters, and it had stories, and I was like, this is alright. I really was happy. Like, I was happy for him. Because I was like, man, this guy's making it, doing just his own character design work and stuff. It's like, this is great. And then, well, he started doing stuff with pudding.
I always like to sit to
Alright, Ice Wolf. Thanks for hanging out. What'd you say?
I always like to tutorials.
Yeah?
One time I watched this girl, she was like diabetic or something. And pretty much she like pricked her finger because you have to like test your blood all the time. And she just did a watercolor painting with her blood.
Oh.
It's kind of weird.
Oh.
But I watched
Interesting.
it.
Interesting. Oh, so it's his employees. Got it. That makes sense. 'Tis his employees. But I think it would be worth it. So. So, I guess I'll have to check that out. I know he started another gaming channel with his group, but I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing that gets me about Jazza, right? Like, he was able to do his tutorials, do all this stuff, you know. Then he went and got, like, as he was getting really, really big, he started doing stuff that would be more entertaining than, you know, like, true to form, like what he was doing. And he blew up. And because of that, he was able, you know, like, he started a company that mostly does YouTube stuff, but it's like, he was able to start a company, hire people to do it, you know, and it's like, all right, we're now part of Jazza Studio. I'm like, that's the dream right there, you know. I would love to be able to do that. And then, like, I would love to be able to have it to where you could see the design process, right? And you're like, hey, we got together with Skipperwing, and we're actually going to create this, you know, pilot, and then walk people through the entire process through a series of days or something like that. That'd be awesome, right? I'd love that. But still getting my footing. Tabletop is still around. It wasn't what he wanted to do. Believe about it. Oh, really? Said he lost his vision. Oh, well, one of the ladies that worked for him won the Copic Award twice. Wow. Okay. I have no idea, but it's Copic and it's an award, so I'm assuming they had to do Copic work, and many, many people do Copic stuff, so it had to be amazing.
Do you like Copic markers?
Nope, I do not like Copic markers.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, I'm not mad at him. Good for him. I'm glad that he was able to pull that off. You know, like, I would love for someone who has that kind of current clout, right? To actually, he has a Patreon. Oh, he has a Patreon. Oh, okay. But you know, it's like I would love for someone who has his kind of clout go around YouTube and or conventions and literally go, all right, I'm gonna shout people out, right? Because like Mr. Beast would hold competitions to get your name shouted out on his channel, because then people would just go and they would go to your channel because Mr. Beast told you to. So if Jazza would be like, hey, this person right here, they're a small channel, you know, but look at this amazing stuff, and I did an interview, or you know, they did an interview or something like that, and you're just like, oh wow, this stuff is really cool. Then you know, you could actually build up some other artists, not just, you know, the ones that you might be employing.
And that's what I would want to do if I ever got famous. I'd want to go around and like find small creators, be like, hey, want to do this with me?
Yep, but most people, because a lot of like not tutorials, but hey, do you want to get famous on YouTube type deal? They're all like, hey, find creators that are, you know, around your level, right? I'm like, my level is like 2 people. Why would I want to collaborate with someone else who has 2 people, right? But the funny part is that most people who are bigger than you don't want to help out. It's weird because in Artland, most of the time, it's like, oh, well, how do I do this and how do I do that? They're like, oh, okay, well, here, let me tell you, let me show you. But when it comes to like this, anywhere, like conventions or business or stuff like that, so many people are so tight with everything that they have. They're like, oh, well, I got this from here, but I'm not going to tell you. I remember there was this was not even too long ago, but there's this guy that I was doing something, you know, he saw my figure and he was like, oh, cool. He's like, would you mind sharing, you know, who did that for you? And I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, why not? And it was another artist, so I was like, it was single digit, so I was like, yeah, sure, you know, let me turn you on to this guy, blah, 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 blah. And then he did this really cool thing with his prints, and he was talking about how, you know, if you elevate and you tell people that, you know, here's a lot of money, and people will step up to buy it and stuff like that. And I'm like, cool, like, where'd you get that done? And he's like, oh, I don't give my printer away. And I'm like, what? And I called him out on it too. I'm like, dude, like, you just asked me for my... And he's like, yeah, but see, I asked you if you would tell me. Right? And I'm like, oh, that's just... I'm like, what do you think I'm gonna do? We don't do the same thing. Like, what do you think's gonna happen here? And he was just like, sorry, man. Can't give out my secrets. I'm like, you suck. And I was like, that was just lame. I'm like, whatever, dude. But I would love to, oh man, to be famous and be able to go to like a convention, just go to random conventions, like small, poopy little conventions, you know, around the US, and then just find people and be like, oh sweet, okay, hey, you know, you do something short where it's like, okay, I'm now at Fill in the Blank convention. How are you doing? Okay, here's this, here's that. But then you're like, hey, do you want to meet afterwards for like 30 minutes? And then we can do a deep dive into your work and your socials and all that stuff. And just really blast out 2 or 3 of these people who are little and be like, yeah, here you go. All right? Which is something I might start. Not necessarily that I ain't got no clout. I'm no Jazza, but maybe if it's like, all right, I'm gonna make an active choice to go around and be like, hey, would you mind meeting up 30 minutes beforehand or after the show and we'll do an interview, and you can tell me about what you're doing, and then I'll put you up on my socials, right? And just be like, hey, because I wanted to do something a while ago called Shout Out Sundays, and it was just, I know this person, you should know them, and just be like, which is fairly easy, and it doesn't have to take long, but if you can get an interview out of it, and be like, hey, okay, so tell me about yourself. Did you go to school? Did you do this? Did you blah, blah, blah? Okay, now tell us about this. Oh, here's this book, you know, bam, 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 look at these images and stuff like that, and then just go, here's all the socials. You know this person. Now you know this person. You should go support them. Right? They're busting their butts. I might just, instead of sitting on my butt on that one, I might just do that. Might just do that.
That's cool.
Might have to hit up some of my friends first, though.
Obviously.
Let's see. He used to do that. He used to do that. Really? Let the artist take it. Really? Ah, I didn't know that. Or they have their clicks. Yeah, there are a lot of artists that do that. Either lose business or the manufacturer will charge more. I know someone that used to shout out channels, but then they stopped. Don't know why. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you never know, right? You just like, you shouted out this person. Next thing you know, they're this horrible person. And you're like, oh crap, right? And you don't know. You just know them for their art, and then all of a sudden,
you support this.
exactly.
You need to be canceled.
You support this person. Now you're done. You're like, what? I saw them at Awesome Con. Like, what?
But their drawings are cool.
And it's like, but look at how awesome these drawings are. Like, we don't care. You're canceled. Like, gosh. It's like, dang it. I don't want to be canceled.
Are you scared of getting canceled?
And nobody cares about me, so why would I be scared of that?
Are you gonna blow up and then you're gonna get canceled?
Yeah, could blow up just to be canceled. Hey, we blew him up. Now let's cancel this boy.
I was like, guys, it'll be a really funny prank. And then they just cancel you.
He's so mean. You're like, well, it was fun while it lasted. Thanks, guys. My 4 minutes of fame. I've been canceled.
And then you can do a film about how cancel culture is affecting everything.
People are allowed to be upset about all sorts of things. It's just interesting on how it's like, if most of the time people really just want you to acknowledge the fact that you did something stupid.
See, with my experience with the things I've seen, it's usually like the crazy people.
Right.
It's like they don't give you a chance to grow or learn from their mistake. They just call you out and say you're a horrible person and deserve nothing, which I don't like. I don't mind the calling you out part because, if you don't call people out, they're never going to change.
Right.
So that part makes sense, but like you don't deserve a platform anymore because you made a stupid little mistake that never sat well with me. Or people who just like cancel culture because they can do it. Like, I saw one guy, this guy Tommy in it, right? He used to do like weekly vlogs, right? And then he got COVID, so he's like, I'm gonna not go out and give people COVID. I'm gonna stay in my house, like I'm supposed to.
Right.
And they tried to cancel him for not keeping his promise of posting every day.
Really?
Yeah, they canceled
Oh
a
my
kid.
goodness.
Like literally, it was a kid. He was in high school for getting COVID.
Kinds of what DCD is doing. Yeah. Having artist spot. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean that's absolutely true. I think that it's great, you know, that and they have such a platform and the ability to put money behind their shout outs, you know, and they're like, hey, we're gonna do this, and you're like, oh wow, okay, thanks. So their thing is it's really cool at how they're able to do stuff. So I appreciate that a lot. What was that? Oh, that's right. My mouse is being stupid. I am so lazy. I don't know why I won't just throw this mouse away.
Brown's mouse is really annoying too. Like it can't scroll. I'll try and scroll on it. It just scrolls up and I'm scrolling down. Which is so
Really?
angry. Yeah, I don't know like what I'm doing wrong, but it makes me so mad.
I think he broke it. Alright, now I won't freak out about my building over there. A little less crooked.
I'm so excited for your summer break day.
Yeah. The problem on the side of bigger channels, you get peeps who will befriend you solely for the purpose of getting shouted out. True. True. Oh, there's a battle royale going on. Let's see who wins. Oh, it's awesome, Don. Sweet. I'm glad you got him. Major blood bark. So much fun. Uh-oh. It's between the boss and Skip. Oh no. Skip with the stab in the back. The backstab. Because I'm in the habit of doing birthday cards, I sometimes get peeps who will just randomly inform me that it's their birthday. Yeah, I can see that. You had to change your Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. Oh my goodness. No, Rig, I'm just like, I know, it's like just right in the back. Just stabby stabs in the back. But see, the thing is that if you know, I can understand that for the shout outs and stuff, but I'm going, if I'm going to conventions, right? You don't know who I am. I mean, you probably, maybe especially if it got big, right? And then it's all like, oh man, hey, why don't you come over here? You do that thing, don't you? I'm like, yep. Nope. It's like, if you're gonna approach me like that, it's like, nope. But you know, I just, if it's like, it's not that big a deal. I would love to be able to do that. Like, that would be something that I would definitely love to do. And so I think I'm just gonna do it and be happy. That is going somewhere. That's good. So I'm glad the trade went well. I asked, so I have my collector's packs, right? Like, I've taken them to shows, but I haven't really told many people about it because I was waiting on DCD to tell me whether I could announce to you guys first, right? And it was my mystery collector's pack, right? So for 120, you get 10 signed prints, 5 pieces of original art, and no, 6 pieces of original art and 5 stickers. Right? Like it's a pretty good deal if you ask me, cuz I'm like, and it ranges from sketch cards to poster to like postcard size to 11 by 17 and some of them 9 by 12s and most of them, you know, and I'm just like, this is good. I take it to conventions and most people are like, they don't even pay attention to it. I'm like, I got colorful signs saying, hey, this is what's in here. Yes, I understand it's 120, right? And people see the price and they're like, 120, that's too much. And I'm like, but it's got 10 prints in it. If you look around, most prints start at $15. So if you get 10 of them, if you were to get 10 prints from someone, that's $150 right there. So you've already made your money with the prints alone. Then the 6 pieces of original art, right, which could range anywhere between 40 to 150 bucks depending on which one you got. And then, you know, the stickers they're not that big, right? It's like 10 bucks in stickers, but but the other stuff, I'm like, come on, this is pretty good stuff. I'm still sitting on them. But I'm going to actually make announcements soon, because why not? All right, I got to tell some people. I'm pretty sure I'll have them at AwesomeCon though. Hoping to hit some. What did DC? They didn't tell me anything. That's the thing. Like, and I asked them a while ago, but it's probably they were, you know, they're working on their own stuff, and so they forgot. I was thinking about it today, going, can I tell people, you know, what they would think? So I'm gonna reach back out to them, just be like, hey, just curious. Right, since I haven't heard anything back, like, can I? Because I'm just, you know, it's like, I just want to go on the channel and be like, hey, you know, I've got these things. But, I don't know, we'll see. We shall see. Look, build. Oh my goodness, so many buildings. No matter how much people could, should, would benefit from a better deal, gotta make that money. Right, right. No matter how people spend with their moms, not what they say. Yeah, I mean, it's true. But, yeah, I'm just like, whatever. I do not have DC, so, like, I didn't ask DC, I asked Doug, right? And I know it's, for me, I know that everyone's like partners and whatnot, but for me, it's just like, I see Doug as like, he's a boss, you know, so I figured I'd ask the boss. But he always goes back to, let me ask the team, right? So he doesn't make random choices, you know? So he's too thick. It's one thing I do like about Doug, right? Like, he's like, nope, this is the team. He's like, all right. So I'll reach out to him again. Just be like, hey, curious. He never got back to me on that. Text DC during the week. Okay. I can do that. Oh man, and I know that they just did. It was an artist spotlight for the '80s. I was like, I've been talking about doing an '80s set with them ever since they started. Right when I was like, what should we do? I was like, man, if you do an '80s set, you let me know. Right, because I want to be part of the '80s set. And I was like, wait, what? Because I saw that it was just '80s, and I'm like, what? I didn't even get told that there was what happened. And then it was like, oh, it's an artist spotlight. Okay, I'm like, all right, I can be okay with that. But I was at this one site that they were making sketch cards, and they're just like, we made these cards. If you want them, it costs X amount of dollars, right? And so they had one that's totally 80s. And so I have like 40 cards, I think. Maybe it's not that many, 20 cards maybe. But it's like totally 80s. It's really cool. So I'm like, well, I guess since I couldn't be part of it that way, just gonna have to do it myself.
I'm sad because you can't see any of my details on the camera. Look.
No, you can't. Oh, well, you also wait, hold on. Because see, this screen is particularly. You can see it. See?
Okay. Because I was like, it just looks like I just did black.
Yeah, no, you can see it. It's just
and
this.
And then I would understand why Anthony would be so disappointed in me, like thinking all this time.
So let's see. See? So that
Yeah.
you can see it. It's just that this screen is way dark.
Because I was like, it just looks black.
Right.
I spent like 2 hours painting black.
This screen I bought.
Mm.
This screen I inherited. So someone gave me this one. But this one I bought. So this one's clear. The Cintiqs are clear. That one. Because I was looking at stuff. I'm like, man, that is so messed up. Like, oh my goodness. And then one day I had to bring the same thing down. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, this one's old. Got it. Yeah, it's just old. I see. You're like, I'm done now?
Yeah. Did it for like an hour and a half. I'm almost finished. I don't want to do it anymore.
It's like, I don't want to do it anymore.
I'll do it tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow. I'll do it Tuesday. I keep saying I'll do stuff tomorrow, but I really probably won't because of cadets.
Yeah, probably not. That weird building. I have to say, it's one of the best parts about digital. Like, do. Don't have to break out the ruler. It's just do. Look at me. I'm making lines. Bam. Yay! Like, yay, I made it.
Background, there's like, that's so much.
There's so much in here, and it's gonna be so underappreciated.
That's so sad.
Look at that. The whole scene in there, and they'll probably be like, it's not enough people. It's not enough. I'm like, man.
Say it's early in the morning.
It's just like, man. It's funny, too, because of all this, right? And this is my establishing shot, so at least there's that, right? But I'm like, man, it's taking forever to get this one panel done. Then we'll get to this one, and it'll be like, done. This one, like seconds, be like, done, right? Anytime I have people, it's right, it's pretty snappy, it's pretty quick. But man, you start putting these buildings in here, and it takes forever. Mostly because, well, look at it. Like, mostly because, well, I mean, the bad part is I'm like, this is what proud looks like. Like, I'm so proud of myself.
Yay.
I know. Yay! Lies.
I'm so sad. I'm gonna get yelled at tomorrow.
Why are you getting yelled at?
Because I don't have 20 emails. I'm gonna say, Tyler, you're such a
We'll
disappointment.
do it in the
We're
morning.
kicking you off the
We will
cadets.
do it in the morning.
How many emails do you have?
How many do you need?
I need 6 more.
I have that many.
Why do you have so many emails?
I'm a businessman.
Why do you need 6 emails though?
Because I'm a businessman.
Can you just have like a personal email and then like a business
Well, I
email?
mean, I have my this is what I use to subscribe to things email that I don't check. I mean, I check it, but I don't check it, you know?
Okay.
Then I have Kaiser Studio Normal. Then I started one for Follow the Kaiser. Then I started one for Ninja Empire. Right? So it's separate. So there's 4 right there. I have... There's another one I have. So I personally have like 5.
I have 3 emails.
So I have 5, and then there's brownies, and then there's babies, and you know what I mean? So I'm like, I got you, just calm down.
Never be calm.
Like, just calm down. Well, you're gonna be alright.
My English teacher's gonna be mad at me tomorrow because we were supposed to do something in class on Thursday,
Mhm.
no, on Wednesday, and I didn't do it because I just really didn't feel like it. And we're like working on our final project for the year, pretty much. So that was one of the things we have to do. Because I'm doing like a research paper, and I had to come up with my research question. I didn't want to. Because I don't want to have a research question. I just want to blurt random facts about my topic.
I just want to blurt random facts about things.
Yeah, I don't want it to be good. I want it to be easy. I'm so tired of school. I'm so tired of English.
You are very tired of school.
But next year should be easy. I'm taking a science I like. Well, I should be, but apparently it's very popular. I might not get in even though I take my classes on time. If I don't, I'm gonna be mad because I need that science. Because I'm like almost there for the advanced diploma, so I just want to get it because why would I have these extra credits if I'm not gonna get the advanced diploma? That's stupid.
Right.
So if I'm getting standard, I'm not taking math next year. But that's beyond the point. So
You
I think to do that.
and you talked to DC and sent his cell number and Instagram. All right.
I'm trying to not
Thank you.
flunk out of school.
Why would you flunk out of school?
Because I could just see. I'm at the point now where if I don't do anything for the last quarter, I bet you I could pass with a C minus.
Don't do that.
I could.
And I'm telling you, don't do that.
You know me. I wouldn't do that. I hate failing.
You wouldn't fail.
No, but I'd fail assignments and tests.
You would just be average.
No,
That's
no, but I would fail the test. Each individual thing I would fail, and that would still make me stress out. No, but I'm thinking about taking English over summer school, so I don't have to take English as a full class.
it's like you do good work, Don. You do good work.
You know what mean you have to do? You have to start doing like a study session for our languages every day.
Oh, for what?
Our languages. So like we'll set 10 minutes aside.
We all cannot be Miss Ebony. We just cannot do it.
But it can be short, like 10 minutes. After dinner, every day, we get our headphones on, I'll do mine, you do yours, and then we call it a day. And we'll have the peer pressure of the other person being there to do it. And then we can do our work. You know? I think it's a good idea.
And unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.
Mandala, thank you so very much for that sub. 29 months in a row, 30 total. Thank you so very much. Can we please get some hype in the chat? My goodness.
Wait,
All the
how many?
long stay people are here.
How long was it?
29 months in a row, 30 altogether.
Wow. You've been streaming for that long.
Apparently. I think Mr. Bakia he's got like 3 years total.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I'm like, man, what the heck? I'm gunning for Employee of the Month.
One thing that I like the least about this painting is I picked this one because I didn't want to have to paint corners. But the corners are just thick enough so you can still see it. Because I hate not having the corners painted. It's like, ugh.
What?
It's so
What?
ugly. Like when you...
Oh.
I always do the corners. Or not the corners, the sides. But like, I don't know why. Because that's... I don't know. I guess that's my like painting pet peeve when people don't paint the sides of the canvas.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And that's kind of stupid.
I don't know if it's stupid. It's just that's your thing. You're like, I don't like it. And your son's voice when he said, "Wow."
Wait, what?
I'll read it.
Why?
I mean, he is. He is a teenager.
Yeah, guys, I'm an angsty teen. Cut me some slack.
He's like is a teenager, so you know. There's that. Do 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 do.
I couldn't tell if that was a wow you actually stuck to this for that long, or wow someone besides mom likes you for that long time. Well, that's not very nice.
What? Look at my buildings. Look at how they're all still there. so many stupid buildings.
Yeah.
Why did I draw them?
But it looks really cool though. But I will have to agree with you, that they will be underappreciated.
Super underappreciated. They'll be like, oh look, it's a scene. Okay, moving on. Like, man, you know how long I spent on those stupid buildings?
10 minutes.
And they'll be like, you know how much I don't care? Get to the beheading.
Get to the plot. Get to the good stuff.
Get to the good stuff. We want to see people get, their heads chopped off.
We don't care about the town.
And today's sculpting refinement. What are we looking at? Ooh, okay. Nice. I don't even know what I drew there. Not happy with it. Sculpting is viable. Okay, good. I'm trying to figure out what I actually drew there. I think at one point I got lazy with this building. It was just like, scribbles.
It's a banana.
I mean, it's something.
It's a store.
Is it?
Yeah,
You sure?
I've decided.
You've just, okay.
I don't know what it actually is.
I'm like, oh, it's a store?
Because like those are the bananas and like like the shop the shops where there's the stuff on the side,
Right.
and then there's like the hanging meat from the roof.
I'm going to write a review for your project when it comes out. I won't mention the characters or the plot. It'll just be all about the buildings. Man, look at these buildings. There's so much story in all these buildings.
That'll be amazing.
Can you
You'll
believe?
just read it and start crying. It's like somebody noticed.
I know. Somebody cares about the buildings. Don't like it. Not use until you. I think replacing it. Yeah. Did one. Oh, really? Why'd you stop? Architecture just seems hard. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it's like that just seems hard.
I think Daddy Pig's an architect.
Is he?
I think so. I don't know.
I thought he dealt with like soil. No, bricks.
Bricks.
Isn't he like a mason or something? Wasn't there an episode where they took the whole family out to wherever it was for a presentation about bricks?
I mean, maybe, but when they took the kids to work, he was just in some office buildings.
Yeah, but I think later on he became like important
Maybe.
because they were treating him like royalty. He was on the train with the family and.
I remember that. I do remember that. I know what you're talking about, but I
And
don't
I
think
thought
that was his job.
I thought it was his job, and I thought it was about bricks.
I'll look it up in a minute. You know I love that.
Yes.
Why did I stop? I found out along the math that
That
wasn't
math
all.
wasn't law. I'm dumped. Diff.
Yeah. And that's totally fair. I hate
Well,
math, bro.
I mean, so my parents, you know, or well, my mom mostly, when I was like, I'm gonna do art, she's like, oh, you're gonna be an architect. I was like, no. And then, but I started looking just because, right? I'm like, all right, let's see. Man, and I was like, wait a minute. So if my math is wrong, hundreds to thousands of people could die. No, thank you. Yeah, I was like, I'm not about to do that. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I have a 22-day streak in my suit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
22 days.
Okay. What is Daddy Pig Proficient? Fine, I don't know how to spell that. Good job. He's a structural engineer or an architect. I know more Peppa Pig lore than you.
But I could have swore he did something about freaking, like it was about
Really,
bricks or
like-
something.
Daddy Pig's job with bricks.
Because I very specifically remember the episode where he and the family got like,
Yeah, I don't remember what happened because I remember they were on the train.
oh, it
and
was
they're
like
all-
soil.
They're like, "Oh my God, Daddy Pig, you're so cool
Exactly.
and
And
awesome."
I thought it was about bricks. Because they wanted to use it to make the new stuff, and I could have swore it was, like I said, I swore it was about bricks. There you go. Coming to the stream, and you get to hear about Daddy Pig and talking about bricks.
I think I'm getting scammed right now.
Are you?
So, look. Sounds pretty fishy to me.
Yeah, no, not from that they got hacked.
Yeah,
They got the soups hacked.
I'm like, should I block them or just not do anything? Like, just stop talking?
I would just stop talking to them.
Oh, I hate it. That makes me so mad because these people that I like talking to, they'll reach out to me, and then it's just a stupid hacked account. And I'm like, why does the world hate
It's
me?
like, no, not a hacked account.
It's like I was so happy, and now I'm just thoroughly disappointed.
I'm sorry.
It's so funny.
You find the weirdest things funny.
That's kind of funny.
Well, it's like, it's kind of funny. It's like, sit down.
Like sitcom, like, ha ha ha, you have no friends, loser. You know?
It's a weird sense of humor you got going on.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was talking to this kid, Tatum, the other day in props, right? And I was like, yeah, I don't really have a whole bunch of friends, and they started feeling bad for me. I'm like, oh no, don't feel bad. I really don't care. It's like I'm very content with my life right now. I'm just not popular, and I don't care.
It's like, I'm cool. Thanks.
My mom thinks I'm cool.
I think you're cool.
My
I
dad
think you're-
thinks I'm cool too.
I think you're lazy.
Hey, I'm lazy.
I know. That's why I can think that you're lazy, because you are.
No, I need to start doing things. It's making me mad. It's making me stressed out. Because, like, I'm not doing anything.
I'm stressed out.
I like that song.
My mom thinks I'm a catch. So Manda, how's the class coming? Is that you're still doing that, right?
Is Mandala a teacher too?
No. He's a programmer,
Oh, that's kind of cool.
but he does phenomenal art.
What does that mean? Yeah, I'm midway through the class/membership, mentorship thing. That's kind of cool. You know what Riz is, right?
What?
Riz.
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, so it's like if someone has a lot of Riz.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Well, I
No,
mean,
Riz.
he's saying he's like, I don't know. Tell me how you. Oh yeah, that. Yes.
I keep seeing things and it'll just be like, are you this because this, and then it's like, insert like blank Riz. And I saw something today and it was programmer Riz, and I didn't get it because I don't know anything about programming. I was gonna ask Joshua, but he doesn't really either.
She eats lunch at school by herself every day. Every time I ask her, she's like, I don't mind. I'd rather read.
I don't eat lunch alone. I either eat it with Riley or Joshua. I wonder if that makes Joshua angry that I always hang out with him at school.
I'm pretty sure if it made him angry, he would tell you. It seems like something he would be able to tell you without even blinking. Like, I don't like you hanging out with me.
Well, I don't know. Mommy always just say that he has to invite me to hang out with his friends and stuff.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
It's funny. Because I'm like, no, I'm good. And she's like, no, you should get out more. And I'm like, I don't want to.
And you should get out more. It's like, you're probably right. But still, that changes nothing.
I'm so close, but I'm so bored. So many bugs in here. There's like a window open.
Well,
Yeah.
at one point, that's not open. It's actually closed.
Oh, it's just a screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Screen's down.
It's like little bugs like that.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they come. I mean, it was probably in here. And
Mom
plus,
keeps
the door.
leaving the door open.
Yep. And then they just come in and do whatever they want, and they stick around for a
There
while.
was this wasp in my kitchen earlier, and I was scared.
Did you kill it?
Now I flew out.
Oh, see. Golden opportunity to kill it.
I didn't want to kill it. I was gonna go outside. I was just a little confused. If it left the kitchen, I would have killed it, but it was in my kitchen. So. I don't know. I feel bad for nature. I don't like killing things.
That's fair, but you know what?
Except for those itty bitty tiny little spiders that crawl on my leg. I hate those.
It's like
25 minutes ago. Oh, 25 minutes to go. Sorry, I can't read. I still think it's funny that I say that because in 6th grade, the library teacher told my teacher that I was illiterate. And I most definitely am not illiterate. I just don't like reading.
I am most definitely not illiterate.
I can't read. I just read stupid stuff.
I just don't want to read what you want me to read.
Okay, to be fair, that's because their books like actually suck.
Yeah, I mean, that's
and
the
it
thing.
makes sense. Like it's school books, they can only provide you so much, but I didn't want to read it. It was junk.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm not, like, I like stories, but I'd rather have you read it to me, right? So
That's why
I love audiobooks. I'm like, this is absolutely fantastic. But if there's an interesting book, I can read the book, right? But if your book and they're like, you should read this, I'm like, man, this book is boring and it'll take me forever. But if you get a book that I'm actively interested in, I'll read the book, no problem. And I'm sure that goes for everyone, but it's like, I like this book, I can read it. But it's like, it's almost like I become an avid reader when there's a book that I like, because I'm like, oh, it's 300 pages, I got this.
I turn into like mommy.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I got this. But you give me a book that I'm like, oh man, this book is so, I don't want to do this book, blah blah blah. Then the book takes 1.5 million years to get done, and I'm just like, I don't like reading.
And that's why YouTube has saved me from failing school.
Yep.
Because I would not have read The Great Gatsby.
That's because The Great Gatsby sucks.
Mo was telling me that kids in her class say it's good.
How?
It's not good. The story sucks. The writing is decent. Yeah. I don't know.
The writing is decent, I guess.
Okay, I can see why they say it's a good book. I personally think the writing is annoying and he sounds like a pygmy person who's trying to sound smart when he's really not.
Pygmy person, dang. Okay. Happily humming along. Bunch of thumbnails and not finished, so I produce stuff like this as homework. Ooh. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god,
Are
that's
you
so cool.
freaking kidding me right now?
That's your homework?
And he's like, I get to doodle and do, thumbnails. Nothing special. I'm just like, that lightning bug is having a problem crawling up the wall. And it's just like, I
It's
could do.
flabbergasted by the work too.
I know, like our resident lightning bug, crawling up the wall, and then it was just like we put this up and it fell. Like, "Wah!"
And it keeps coming up and falling
Yep.
again every time it's like level with the screen.
And it's like, hi, how's it? Whoop. No, whoop.
Your daughter has the Great Gatsby on her desk.
Ugh. Does she like it?
How does she like it? If she likes it, we can't be friends.
Do it. Dang.
I'm joking.
Like, she like it? We can't be friends.
I don't know, it's just so boring to me. Nothing was interesting. He's like, I love this girl. This girl's dating someone. Oh no, I ran over a lady with my car. Oh no, my girlfriend left me. Oh no, I got killed. Wah, wah.
Oh no, I got killed. I love your footnotes.
And then, guess what? Nobody came to my funeral. Oh no.
So funny.
This is why I can't do summaries. This is how I summarize books.
All I can say is that was glorious. Oh no, I died. Oh no. Don't know. I'll ask her tomorrow morning. It's like, do you like this book?
Let's keep us updated.
Yeah, I shouldn't eat that 'cause it has boobies. Let's see. Look at this.
That's so cool.
That's so awesome. I love the woman hanging out of the, like, peering behind the door. That's really cool.
That's so cool. Sketches are so lazy.
What?
I said my sketches are
Oh,
lazy.
yeah. See, that's the thing. People were like, show me. I want to see your sketchbook. I'm like, do you? Because most of it's scribbles. I
How come my
understand.
sketchbook is math homework?
I'm like, I understand what it is, but you're not gonna understand what the heck it is. Like, no, I love seeing it, and so many people are like, they do just rendered work. I'm like, come on now, that's not a sketch.
Well, that's the problem I had. I thought, like, for sketchbooks, it had to be finished work for a really long time.
Yep.
So I hated sketchbooks because I'm like, how am I supposed to fill this up? Like, that's a lot of stuff.
Yep.
And I'm like, no, it's sketchbook. It's for sketches.
Yes.
And,
This is where you're supposed to screw up. Like,
and then my sketchbook became much more enjoyable.
I really wish they would just call sketchbooks like journals, because I think more people would actually enjoy and use it for what it was intended. You know, it's just like, I'm just gonna scribble around. Yay, scribbles. But people online, especially online, they're like, here's my sketchbook, and you're like, hot, what the hell? And then you can watch, like, I follow this one guy. He does phenomenal work in his sketchbook, but it's all rendered work. He spends like hours on it, and it's like, yep, that was my sketchbook page. I'm like, what? No, what do you know?
No, I remember at one point I was super into watching like sketchbooks that they submitted for like college,
Oh,
and I was like, "That's what you do in your sketchbook." Ooh,
Yeah.
wee.
so Don's daughter is part of the Page Turners group at school. It's a competitive book club,
Wait,
and
you were telling us about that.
and they won regionals last month. That's freaking phenomenal.
That's great. I don't know how you were in a competitive book club though. That
You
doesn't
read
really
your
make
butt off,
sense.
I guess.
Like, can't you just
It's
lie?
just about reading quickly. I'm an Olympian. If it's about understanding as quickly as possible, I'd lose every time.
Just
You spend
read
hours on it.
SparkNotes.
That's not how sketchbooks work. Exactly. That's a pencil illustrate. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would yell at people. So, Robert Atkins, who was the GI Joe guy for a long time with Devil's Due and Boom Studios and stuff like that, right? And he works with Hasbro. He's the one who did all the art, or the majority of the art, for the GI Joe game that just recently came out and all that stuff, right? He would put out stuff, and he was like, so this is my sketch. And also an art director from Konami, they would put out this stuff and like, this is a sketch. And I'm like, that is not a sketch. That is a full-on drawing. They're like, no, it's a sketch. I didn't spend that long on it. I'm like, really? How long you spend? Oh, I don't know, like 3 hours. I'm like, that's not a sketch. It's like, come on, that's a full-on drawing. Like, stop it. And I would yell at them all the time, and I would yell at people. I was like, come on, you need to stop lying to the young students. This is not a sketch. They're like, no, it's just I didn't spend that much time on it. I'm like, still not a sketch. Just because you spend 15 hours on a full-on illustration doesn't mean that this 3-hour thing that you did is a sketch. Like, sorry, that's still not the way that works.
You spend an hour on a thumbnail though, because that hour counts as developing the idea.
Well, yeah, and that's fine, right? But it's just when you label it, it's one, like, if you're working on something and it's like, oh, well, I'm trying to figure this out and blah blah blah, and it took you an hour to do, fine, right? But if you're like, I knew what I was doing, I had a good idea, I started, and then I just started drawing and rendering and all that stuff, I'm like, that is not a sketch. You were doing an illustration. It's my pet peeves. that is one of my biggest pet peeves. Is like the people in their sketchbooks when like, it's just a sketch. I'm like, that is an illustration. Like, stop it. If you're putting detail on the buildings in the background, you should make one of them Miss Ebony's stationery. If once I start putting words and stuff on, like having a sign that'll be like, hey, come here, probably.
Why? I don't get the joke. It's an inside joke.
No, it's Miss Ebony.
But is there a reason it's stationary?
I don't know.
Why?
Because it's just what we could use. I can spend an hour on a thumbnail though, because the hour counts as developing the idea. Plus, it teaches a very skewed mindset towards self-evaluation. Yup. Actually, I've spent 5 hours developing a single thumbnail. Wow.
That's crazy.
Which can be harmful towards pricing appropriately. Yep. Sorry, I was watching NCIS. This is the thing I spent 5 hours on yesterday at coffee. Okay, let's check this out. 5 hours. Yeah, screw you.
That's so cool. Okay, but that makes sense that it took 5 hours.
It's like, I spent 5 hours on this thumbnail. How big is this? Mandala, how
that's so rude.
How big is this? And I hate to be the one to tell you, but this is also not a sketch.
Yeah, that's not a sketch.
And if you come in and be like, oh, well, it's 4x6, it's also not a thumbnail.
How big does a thumbnail have to be?
A thumbnail is like an inch by an inch. I don't know. I was working on an 8x6 iPad, so whatever that is. Yeah, no. No. Now, see, here's the thing, though. You might come in and be like, well, I tighten it up, or I ink it, and then I color it, and I do all this extra stuff to it, so this is my drawing sketchy phase. That's fine. You can call it whatever you want. But that right there is not a sketch.
What's your biggest pet peeve? Batman, Snake Eyes, or sketching/finished work?
What? Wait. Your biggest pet peeve? Batman, Snake Eyes, or sketching fish? No. Sketching. So Batman, is very a fun thing to talk about and make people pissed off because I call him a villain. Snake Eyes, that is annoying.
Why don't you like him?
I don't. Okay, so let's be honest. I'm not big on the idea of the white savior coming into one of the most prolific.
Is he white?
Yeah, he's very white, blonde, blue eyes. Right? He's an orphan kid who nobody knew about, just showed up as a white kid to the most decorated ninja clan on the planet, and he walks in and learns like for 4 minutes and then becomes the best ninja. Like, come on, man. and then everyone calling him a ninja. And if you know the backstory, you know that Snake Eyes was all black because Hasbro didn't have enough money to color the toy.
Oh.
And
That's kind of sad.
yeah, they didn't have enough money to color the toy. And so they're like, you know what? He's a commando. Let's just color him black because that's the color of the plastic they were using. And then in the 80s, the ninja craze hit, and they're like, everyone who had a team had a ninja. And because of that, they're like, well, which character do we have that, we could make into a ninja? And because he was all black, ninjas were supposedly all black, we'll make Snake Eyes a ninja. So they changed his story. But for the longest time, when you first saw him in his file card, it said Commando. Then when they made him a ninja, it didn't just say ninja, it said Ninja Commando. Why? Because he was not a ninja. And that's the part that drives me bananas. Now, over time, he has become a ninja, right? They keep pushing him to be more ninja, less commando. But I'm like, no, sorry. You got retconned into being a ninja? No. But I would say, like, the biggest pet peeve I have is these professional artists putting in, like, illustrative work. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's just a sketch. This is my sketch. Because it warps, as a teacher, it warps students' perception of what a sketch is. And when they do that, it makes it really hard to loosen them up to do concept work, to be like, all right, when I tell someone you need to do 50 thumbnails for this logo, and it takes them a week to do them, and I'm like, that's insane. This thumbnail, this inch by inch thumbnail, or if you're being very special, 2 inch by 2 inch thumbnail, you should be knocking these out in mere, like minutes. So you should spend, you should spend like an hour, 2 hours max, and that's it. So yeah, that is definitely my biggest pet peeve. I'm losing people as I'm complaining about this pet peeve.
They disagree. They think you're wrong.
I know, people were watching and then they're like, no man, you're talking about this? No, I'm out.
Wait, what is it?
Tribute, not a joke, 80% of the time I'm working on it at 33%, 50% don't move the thumbnail quickly. Is everyone doing the rock peace sign? Yeah, don't call it a sketch either. Yeah, see, it's good. They're throwing up gang signs, yo. Just kidding. It is from Dracula, so all the people crossing themselves and giving evil eye, which is index, pinker, twist, follow. However, these I would call both sketches and true thumbnails. Okay, let me look. Oh, where'd it go?
Disappeared.
Yes. Yeah, no, absolutely. Sketches, thumbnails, right here. Bam, done. Perfect. Right? You throw these like, hey, these are the thumbnails I did, or these are the sketches I did. I'm with you 100%. 100%. Like when someone does a janky butt animation because their roughs are super clean and they're not thinking about the end. Exactly. To each his own. Let them have their own definition. No. I can't. Not as a teacher. I can't.
No,
I can't.
Because the thing with like the super like done pieces and then people call them sketches is it makes people lose like courage in their own art. They're like, oh, I'm never gonna make it if this is just a sketch. I can't do that, and that's just a sketch, and so
that's
people will give up.
That's a big one.
Or like when you're in an art class, they'll be like, oh, here, I need you to fill up this sketchbook with sketches, and they're like stressing over it, making it way harder.
Yep.
So in turn, they're like failing the class because they're trying so hard.
Yep.
And it was sketches.
Exactly. that has, and it's been my thing. Like I've seen that from students in classes.
Because
and stuff,
that happened to me. That like I was really discouraged for a long time because I'm like, if this is a sketch, like I suck.
Right.
I'm like, why would I even try?
I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, shoot, I did that when I was like in school, and they're like, "This is my sketch." I'm like, I'm done. Why even try? What you? It's because you're not working on your true love inking. Shush your face.
They're so mean.
So mean to me.
Funny. And look, Daddy, I made it.
What? Oh, it made it where? Oh, and that's over there. It's like, oh, and then it fell again. It's like, I can do it. I can.
You guys having a seizure.
Let's see what. Do you know if I do not know which figures they used? I'm assuming it's some Star Wars figure. You can't be a teacher to everyone. I'm sorry. That's what you think. Yeah, I don't know. The thumbnail versus sketch versus pencil illustrative debate is open to interpretation when art is a hobby, not when money is on the line or the thumbnails are foundations to a larger project. Yep, exactly. If you're costing me money via the time lost for animation comments, then the difference you're not working with. Yeah, exactly. You know, they could be beautiful, but I'm like, I needed this 2 weeks ago, and you gave me like 4 out of the 50 I needed. This is, you know, it looks great, not helping. Man, how old are you? You are very wise.
Thank you. I'm very smart. Guys, it's all the school. That's because, yeah.
He's a whopping 16.
I turned 17 this year. That's crazy.
I know, right?
I'm
On the
old.
flip side, I bet there are a lot of people who call their finishes sketches because they're insecure about calling them finishes. To them, finish implies the best they can. Okay, I can
That's
see
fair,
that.
yeah.
I can see that. And you know what? And if they're like, hey, well, I'm insecure about this and that, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I would straight up tell them, the problem is that you are literally causing a vacuum within new people who are watching, right? Because more than not, if you see some, like, if I were to see a freaking Brian Stelfreeze painted thing and he's like, here's a sketch, I'm like, well, never. I'm gonna go become an accountant because right, this is not gonna happen. But there are some people who are like, well, I want to get to that level, and that's great, but very few and far between will be like, I see this Brian Stelfreeze and I want to do that. Like, that's where I want to be because that's where I want my sketches to be. It's like, it's not gonna happen. No, they use John. Oh, really? From Chips? Really? That's amazing. Try teaching me. I'll be sure to bring up the back in my day speech.
Back in my day, we admitted to liking inking.
Roll stuff. Or if I'm on your Patreon paying $5 to $10 a month, and you can only give me 1 illustration a month, I'm moving on to people who can give me a drawing, yeah, or a 20-page sketchbook, yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Blah. Blah. We admitted we liked inking, blah, whatever. I'm not, everything can be an option. That's true. Had bendable elbows and knees. Interesting. Happen in the real world? As a patron, I know I don't, but I'm curious in the real world. Yeah, oh yeah. Knees. I've dropped people for that. Wow.
Drop people for what? Sorry.
Um,
I got lost.
For when people are writing or saying like, hey, you're not producing fast enough, so I'm gonna go and
Oh, that makes sense
do.
though.
Not really. Not if you're on their Patreon and you're like, look, I'm gonna produce this one thing every month, and then you're like, you're not producing fast enough for my
Oh.
$5.
Oh, I thought you meant like I hired you and I said, hey,
No.
I need this in like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and you come in 3 weeks, and you're like,
Yeah,
or
no.
like 2 weeks comes and you're only halfway done. Because I was like, that seems like such a valid reason to draw someone.
Right.
Though.
No,
Like,
absolutely.
what are you talking
Absolutely.
about?
This convo should have started at 9. It should have, but you know, it didn't.
Want, guys.
Apira, man, stop punching me in the back.
Oh, I was taking this quiz today, and it was like, what's your
I blew up.
what's your go-to like laugh? Like when you're texting, just say like ha ha, or spam the keyboard, or send an emoji or something. And I'm like, I don't have a go-to laugh. Each acronym and laugh is for different situations. Like lol is when something happens, and I'm just like, ha, that's kind of funny, lol, you know. So I just that's just so weird. His stuff is awesome, but you can get the same level of quality from others at a faster rate.
Oh, ouch.
Plus, he's supposed to be full.
It's like, ouch. Well, it's like, all right, out of here. I melted you. I know. Interesting. I kind of think that if an artist moves to a quantity focus of art, it's focused, but then again, yeah.
What do you guys think is better, quality or quantity? Like just overall, because obviously it depends. But
Because
like,
that's what
for
I was
you
like.
specifically,
Like,
for
it
you
depends.
specifically.
I think I'd rather have some really cool quality stuff over quantity, but I want to know. I think that's the big thing. It's like if I'm paying for quality, and you tell me I'm gonna be able to do 4 of these type of illustrations a month, then I expect those 4 illustrations a month. But if you're just like, I'm gonna try and get 1 done, and the quality's amazing, then I only expect one thing from you, right? You got to be. I think the big thing is you just need to be honest. Part of being an art isn't giving 100% 100 times. Sometimes, oh yeah, I don't think you really should, because
you burn out too fast.
Well, you burn out too fast, and most people don't appreciate it.
That too.
You know, like
People are so mean to artists.
Because I can tell you, like I mean, Skip, you know. And a lot of people know I busted my ass for Dark Legacy. Like, I was working all the time. I was burning the candle on the front, the end, the middle. Like, I was killing myself. And then, it came out. And then it did really well. And then it got picked up. And then people had all of the snot to say, right? Not going, hey, this person did this all on their own and blah, blah, blah. Then nothing. It was just, hey, it's out here, we're gonna be jerks about it. And so you can't give 100% all the time, because people just don't care. So it's crazy. That's why, honestly, when people came to me about when DCD came to me and was like, hey, when we decided to start doing this, you were one of the people that we were like, we got to be able to get this person. And I was like, what? Why? I'm like, why? And like, oh, well, we've been trying to get these sketch cards from people, but they won't ever trade or sell or anything like that. And I had no idea. Right? And it was just like, oh, wait, people now like what I'm doing? Because before it was all, how dare you, put pencil to paper. And then it was like, we love what you're doing. Like, where'd this come from? It's crazy. Okay, I know, right? They put me in teacher mode. Be like me, chop the candle into 100 pieces and burn them all. Yeah, it's called artwork, because it's a job and a business. It's true. Artists need, and I did see the Time's Up. I did see it. Artists need to figure out for themselves how to best fight the battles before them, because they're not all the same fight. That is true. Are those ninjas or prostitutes? What? They can't just be people? Why they gotta be ninjas or prostitutes? They're just women. Dang, ninja prostitutes. Y'all are horrible. I just drew some women, and then it's like, oh, prostitutes. Fantastic. It's like, what? Ninja toots. Oh my gosh. I think it's time to send you all to bed. Ninja toots. Shame on you.
Ninja toots.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
This is so bad.
Why was that even brought up?
Because I was inking this lady, and they're like, is that a ninja or is it a prostitute?
I thought you meant ninja toots, like TOOTS, like passing gas.
Ninja farts.
Well, toots is more funny.
I know. Those are apparently the only job opportunities for women. No, stop making stuff up.
Oh my goodness.
Stop it.
That's kind of sad.
Stop all of that noise. That is not at all what's happening here. Anyway, I got all my buildings in. These people will probably take about another 20 minutes or so, if not less. They'll be done, and then the rest of this page will go pretty easy, except for, well, no, this will be easy too. It has less detail because everything's really small. So, hey, Miss Ebony, she's got a dirty mind. See, you're glad you streamed. I am. You guys are amazing. Your filthy Canadian brain stream. But thank you all so very, very much for coming and hanging out today after the convention, which we made it. We made it after the convention. So thank you. Oh wait, we're over here. Thank you so very much. And Ty, thanks for coming and hanging out and drawing shoes.
Thanks, I have fun.
Anytime you would like to join us, we'd love to have you. But excuse me. Like I said, thank you all so very much. You were amazing. We're gonna have a timeline. I'm probably gonna do a timer eventually. I'm gonna add a timer to the screen, indicating how many days we've got left till I want to get it done, and we can see where we're going. And yeah, so I guess I will see you on Monday. And yeah, hope to see you on Monday. Get some sleep, and we'll see you on Monday. And while you're sleeping, always remember, born a ninja, die a ninja. Have a great week, everyone, or at least we. Yep. All right, you too, Dom. Should we go to bed or should we raid somebody?
Raid somebody.
Raid somebody? We should raid somebody. Let's see. Who do we have? Is anyone raidable? Who do we have? Who's raiding? Well, I don't have anybody.
Oh, do the Saul. Who's that person? Oh
What,
no.
This one?
No. That one. Number 2. See. What's
This
that?
one?
What are they doing?
They're playing video games.
Oh.
Now, well,
What? Oh.
Luis is there. Oh, you know what? We'll drop some people on Luis if you're going to be here. He's one of my former students, and he is an amazing concept artist. So, yeah, we'll go raid him. He's got a lot of people, but it'll be worth it. So we're gonna go raid him. All right. As always, thank you guys. You're freaking awesome, and I will see you guys on Monday.
The Ninja Empire is supreme, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer